So, as we all know, AI, or artificial intelligence, has become quite a hot topic over the recent years, transforming several industries from healthcare to national security. AI is everywhere now, and for the most part, it has made our lives much easier. But as AI continues to rapidly advance, so do some of their issues. What's more, there's currently no federal legislation to help minimize the damages of the AI. My name is Evan Guerrero, and I'm a computer science major at Purdue. And today I'll be presenting to you on why, without a clear legal framework, AI has the potential to devastate the environment, amplify bias, invade privacy, and destabilize jobs. So I'll begin talking about the environment. And this graph is from a 2021 study conducted by P. David Patterson and other computer science experts titled Carbon Emissions and Large Neural Network Training. And in this study, they compared 5 of the most recent large natural language processing models at that time. And they compared their carbon emissions and their energy consumption. Natural language processing is something common used in AI models. And for GPT-3, the most relevant of these models, they found that they consumed, in training alone, it consumed 1,287 megawatts of energy per hour, enough to power 120 US homes in an entire year. As for carbon emissions, they total around 600 metric tons, which is equal to 550 round-trip flights from New York to San Francisco. Additionally, the databases that these AI models are based off of consume absurd amounts of water. So much so that a 2024 paper by the University of Miami titled Artificial Thirst reported that AI's global annual water consumption is projected to hit between 1 and 2 trillion gallons by 2027. So as AI is based off of data sets, it tends to develop a bias, which consequently can lead to unintended discrimination against certain groups, in most cases minority groups. A most notable example of this is a 2019 study by Zaya Obermeyer and others, in which they detected racial bias with a widely used algorithm in the healthcare sector. The graph on the left compares both black and white patients on the amount of chronic illnesses they have with the AI risk score percentile. And on the right, you can see it compares the fraction of black patients with the AI risk score percentile. And on the right, you can see it compares both the original and a newer simulated model, the original being the purple line, simulated being the orange line. And you can see that there is a noticeable gap, with the original having way lower numbers. And this is because the study found that the original one was racially biased as they used cost as a proxy for risk. And this damaged black patients as historically they have not received much health care, which equated to lower costs. And the algorithm misinterpreted this as black patients not needing as much help as they actually really needed, which shows the dangers of bias in AI. As AI begins to develop, there have also begun to be some concerns around privacy as well. In 2019, a study by Luke Rocher and others estimated the success of re-identification in impartial data sets using generative models. They tested around 200 real-world populations, and the results demonstrated that even partial data sets, let's say from a single hospital or service, even if they're anonymized as well, a potential bad actor could get access to them, use AI models, and could trace back the data to a real person, showing the threats against privacy. And one of the biggest concerns revolving AI is the effect it could have on jobs, and rightfully so, as a 2023 report by the World Economic Forum projected that around 80 million jobs would be lost to AI due to AI by 2027. And they also came out with a little chart with each little job representing 1 million jobs. The purple ones representing the jobs lost, the green ones, the jobs gained. And granted, the jobs lost were mostly jobs like bank tellers and clerks and jobs of that sort, but the jobs lost are not so easily transferable to the jobs gained. Additionally, there already exists a conflict between companies and workers, as companies are more likely to replace workers with AI in order to cut costs. So this shows that without substantial support or regulation, AI could potentially worsen the livelihoods of millions of Americans who depend on their jobs in order to not only provide for themselves, but for their children and their families as well. So, what could be done? Some suggestions would be, in order to ensure AI fairness, we could mandate regular algorithmic audits and bias testing for AI algorithms. As for environmental protection, we could require energy efficiency standards for companies and require them to report the carbon emissions. And for protecting privacy, we could update federal laws to limit re-identification from anonymized data. And to protect workers, we could offer incentives for companies to retrain employees whose jobs are about to be affected by AI. So in conclusion, AI holds great promises, but without a clear legal framework, AI has potential to entrench bias, devastate the environment, compromise privacy, and destabilize labor markets. It is the job of policymakers to implement guidelines that protect and defend the population from such threats, ensuring a functioning and just society. We must act as soon as possible before these effects get out of hand. Thank you for listening.
¡Yeah! ¡Bravo, Abraham! Ahora sí lo hiciste muy bien.